Yeah, yeah, you feel me? Grand Valley.
Grand Valley in the house.
You feel me? We've been in the house.
What did that What did that program do for you?
I did everything. It got me to the position I am right now. All the coaches, Yoch, Whitlow, Matt, V, everybody. Yeah, I still talk to them to this day. They're just good people. And then there's a lot more people around the university that I still talk to, like Dr. Arnold's. I got some of my best friends. I can sit here and talk all day about Grand Valley. It just meant a lot to me and in my career.
So Steph was telling us when we read about you, you'd like to be called Matthew in praise. Not Matthew.
Oh yeah, Matthew. Yeah, if you write it, yeah, if you write it, like yeah, I guess if you do an article or something, but I guess I don't know. Yeah, it don't bother me that much. Just like on like my like if I'm getting something like a award or something, I'd rather have it be Matthew. If I'm keeping it, I'd rather have it be Matthew. But like article, don't matter. Just say Judon.
Just thinking about how you guys have turned the page. It seems like that's a big theme this week. Turn the page to the Jets. Just looked exhausted. Everyone after expending so much Sunday. What is your process for refilling the tank?
Get right back. Treatment, recovery, massage, or whatever you gotta do. Ice tub, cold tub, whatever I gotta do to make sure I'm ready for the next game. That's what this league is. It's next play, next game, next down. That's what it is. So you gotta exhaust yourself on game days, and then throughout the week, you gotta find a way to get your legs back under you. So the next game day, you ready.
When do you usually feel like you've made it to the point where you know you're ready, if you ever feel?
I do a lot of stuff. I get on a Peloton, win bikes. We live hard, we train hard. It's never a point that you just feel like all right, I'm ready. It's just when it's called upon, it's there, just because of your training and then your preparation. So that's it's kind of, I guess, on game day when I walk in the locker room.
Now, what was something when you go back to week 2 and you guys played the Jets that might have surprised you? That there's a lot you learn playing versus what you had studied on film, but something that might have jumped out when you're on the field and you finally get to see them in person.
Just the type of team they have. They got a really good front. They got some wide receivers that actually came back after we played them. They got some good wide receivers, and then just the progression of their quarterback. He's finding out what he actually can and can't do in an actual football game, a live bullet. So he's progressing a lot faster. And he's making reads and just his timing. And so, but with our football team, we find out a lot about ourselves each week. So we just gotta make sure we work and make sure we ready for the game and make sure we're ready to go out there and get a division win.
How much of a focus is there on keeping him in the pocket?
There's a lot of quarterbacks that like to just step up in the pocket and just fire the ball laser to his targets. Then there's some quarterbacks that can get outside the pocket and just as accurate, if not better, on the run and when they outside the pocket. And he's kind of one of those quarterbacks. He's extremely accurate outside the pocket and on the run. And when he doesn't have his feet planted, but he's also a good pocket passer if you allow him to have a nice smooth pocket. So we gotta contain him, but we also can't let him be comfortable in the pocket. We don't want to just rush up the field and just not let him go out the pocket because he can hurt us in the pocket too. So it's a fine line between both.
Matt, is that a difficult balance to strike between pressuring the QB but also containing some of these mobile guys? And you have a guy like Dak or Zach. Is it hard to kind of strike that balance between being able to do both those things?
It is. That's why you gotta have consistent pass rush lanes. Everybody gotta be on one accord up front. You know, you don't want to overload one side, and then you don't want to give them like huge B gaps to step up in and escape the pocket that way. So you know, like everything, most things, it's always easier than said. It's always easier than said than done. And so we got to actually go out there and execute and make him play quarterback in a tight pocket, and have him beat us. We'll have him beat us that way instead of just giving them lanes to throwing lanes, open throwing lanes, and then lanes to escape the pocket. So we gotta. It's hard. It's hard, but we gotta do it. That's why we get paid. That's why we suit up and go practice and play.
Last time you played Zach Wilson, his first, I think, 3 passes were intercepted. You were able to get to him and make him make mistakes. From that point on, what have you seen from him? Has he improved? Is he the same guy this week?
Just like I said, he's progressed. You know, it's tough. It's tough for rookie quarterbacks, just like it's tough on any rookie in the NFL. But rookie quarterbacks, you see a lot of different coverages and mixed coverages, and you know you've thrown this ball so many times between high school and your first start in the NFL, and it's not a good throw, but you have made it so many times or whatever it is, and you've gotten away with it. But then when you throw it in a higher stakes game, they start to get picked off. But I think he's learning from that, and he's not making those throws as much anymore, and he's learning. So he's a fast learner. He doesn't have that many games under his belt. He does in the league, and I think he's going to be a very good quarterback for that organization for a long time. But you know, he has to figure that out by himself. You know, we're not going to make it any easier on him than we did in week 2, and we still got the same guys out there, you know, looking to make the same plays.
How does it feel to be 2-4? I mean, I think I know the answer, but
Yeah. It stinks, honestly. It stinks. You know, I can sit up here and say we could have been, or we should have been, or we could, but the reality of it is we're 2-4, and nobody in the locker room wants to be 2-4. Nobody in the locker room is happy about that record. But the one thing that we all are, we encourage. It's not the end of the season. All hasn't been said. It's not written in the record books yet. So we can change that. We can change that, and that's why we all encourage. We all know what we can do better. We all know what we need to do better, and we're gonna go out there and do it better. We have to, or it can get ugly real fast. But like you've seen, we're not letting that happen. Nobody has came in here sad, depressed, or mentally out of it. Everybody's still laser focused on the goal that we have in hand, and we still can accomplish every goal we started out. Besides being undefeated, besides that we started out in the beginning of the season. So we have so much ahead of us, and the past has been kind of, quite frankly, shitty for us. We didn't have some bad breaks, but we also haven't made those plays. Can't chance everything to luck. But, going forward, we just got to make those plays and come up with those tight games.
Is there still a feeling out process with your teammates, or have you guys now been?
We know who we have in the locker room. We know exactly who we have in the locker room, and it's tough. Maybe football, people get banged up, and you gotta, especially with the COVID stuff, you gotta kind of rotate pieces like that. But we know who we have in the locker room.
Is that a double-edged sword at all, where obviously we've heard from teammates like John was telling us, we don't feel like we're 2-4. You're saying we know who we have that in the locker room, where that gives you hope moving forward, right? Like, we have enough in there, but it might be frustrating that with all that, you've only been 2-4 so far.
I mean, just losing games. Like, if you're a competitor, true competitor, it's gonna be frustrating regardless. when you lose. Even if we was 5-1, we'd still think about that 1. We'd be happy about the 5, right? We'd be happy about the 5, but we'd still be harboring on that 1. Like, what could we do better to be 6-0, sitting here 6-0? So if you're a true competitor, you want to win every game you play in, and that just helps you going forward. Like maybe you do have, let's say, I don't want to say any injury, so maybe we have an outbreak of, COVID cases, and we down bad, and we kind of slip 2 games. If we're 6-0, it definitely helps us. But now where we are, we have those type of things, and it's kind of like, sheesh. It hurts. It hurts bad. So we would like to be, ahead on the count, but we're not right now. And we know, like I said, we know who we have in our locker room, and we're not going to get down on ourselves. We're not going to get down on ourselves. I won't let anybody come in there and think they're a bad football player. We all have seen bad football players, and I don't think we have any of those on the team. And so, not one guy. And so I think that we just got to play better and execute well in situations. And, 2 or 3 situations here or there in any given game, any game we play in, we'll be sitting here at a different record, at a different time and a different mindset. But now we're not. We don't live in the ifs, or we don't live in the what we could have been. So we live in the here and now. And right now we 2-4. But we don't have a 2-4 football team in there. But that is our record.
All good? Thank you.
I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.